See, this is why you got bullied. Oh my goodness. So many of you guys have asked me to check out Rob Bussy Smith's video and his 300 IQ analysis on, the blue wave that happened. And one thing I have to say is this individual reminds me of like a jilted lover, bruh. He reminds me of like, that jealous, crazy girlfriend who calls you up once you're in a new relationship, asking you about the new relationship. So how's everything going with you and the new person? Everything's actually going pretty well. It's actually kind of awesome, to be honest. As a matter of fact. Sure. Yeah, sure it is. I know you miss me. I know things are going to go to hell. You'll never have better than me. That's what he reminds me of. Because he does this video, and he starts off the video trying to antagonize the base, right? And I want people to remember that he got kicked out of the party, okay? There's a whole video of people calling him, F words and stuff like that, saying, hey, we don't want you here. I got some fans here. I got some fans. Oh my God, look at that. I got some fans. Wait a minute. Gay sex, gay sex, gay sex, gay sex. And his goofy ass has the same smile that everyone else has, okay? The same goofy smile that Dinesh D'Souza has right now as they're just going ham in his comment section, talking about, hey, take your Pajit self back to India. The same goofy smile that Vivek Ramaswamy has when Ann Coulter said, hey, I think you're a great candidate. I'm just not gonna vote for you because you're Indian. Damn. The same goofy smile that all these tap dancing buffooneries, right? These Sambo soldiers have when they get, their wake-up call.
Wake up, nigga.
He has to have that same goofy smile as they're calling him every name in the book, okay? This then leads to him talking about, well, you don't want Rob Smith here? Then I'm leaving, right? Just...
So the neo-Nazis and the white supremacists wanted me out of the Republican Party, and guess what? I'm out. Beta!
Just hilarious, right? And then he goes on CNN and cries.
This hate crime was very real. They did say the N-word. Absolutely. That was not caught on video, but that did happen. So I had a choice to de-escalate the situation with humor, which is what I did.
Beta!
It's hilarious, right? It's absolutely hilarious. So now, obviously, Rob Bussy Smith has a bone to pick. And his bone is he thinks he's going to tap dance on the loss that the Republicans had over the weekend. So he comes out in this video talking about, well, you guys lost, okay? You guys lost here, here, and here, and it's going to be a white boy summer is over, all right? It's going to be a cold winter.
So Republicans lost Virginia, New Jersey, and Zohran Mamdani is the new mayor of New York City. Republicans, white boy summer is over and a cold winter is here.
Ugh. And his whole high IQ take, mind you, is that because, Republicans lost those races that, hey, the Republican Party has got to realign, right? That's what has to happen. Because if you guys were to come out and vote and win, then fine. But you guys didn't do that. You guys are losers.
If this straight white Christian man stuff that's going on X, if that was really the leadership of the Republican Party, and that was really who was coming out to save the party, then they would have showed up in New Jersey to vote. They would have showed up in Virginia to vote. They would have showed up in New York to vote for Curtis Sliwa. But they did not do that.
And it just comes off as so desperate, bruh. It's like the girl who's trying to go out of her way to get your attention. And it's just like, yo, calm down. I see you. I see you. Calm down. Calm down. Because he's talking about the whole reimagining of the party and that, Trump brought in the gays, he brought in the blacks, and that's how Trump won.
Is it going to be that sort of multiracial, multi-generational, multifaceted coalition that brought Trump into power?
Ugh. And it's just like everything he is saying is, I don't know what to tell you. It's just wrong, first off. And then secondly, there's a taste of bitterness to it. And then lastly, it's just retarded. I mean, you're just wrong. And you have people in this comment section talking about, listen, We don't need the black vote. Trump didn't win the election off of, the 26% of black men who voted for him. Trump didn't win the election based off of the few percentage of gays who voted for him. That's not the problem right now. And that's the same thing that Trump realized. Because I don't know what election that Rob Bussey Smith is talking about. Trump wasn't pandering to black people. There was no platinum plan that he had at the end of his 4 years his first term. There was none of that. He was very much, listen, I got to focus on my white people. We had got an anti-white racism thing going on here. That's who he was pandering to. There was no gay flag. When was the last time you saw Trump hold up a gay flag? When was the last time Trump was talking about, what do you need, black people? I'm going to do this for black people. That's not what was going on. So his analysis of why Trump won in 2024 had nothing to do with what Trump did. Trump wasn't pandering or trying to get this, this big net. As a matter of fact, what's going on, they're trying to close the net, okay? Rob Bussey Smith, they want you and people like you out of the party. So when Trump was bringing in all the alphabet, that was problematic to a lot of conservatives. That's why the Republicans and conservatives, actual conservatives, left the party. Thus, that's how you got MAGA. MAGA and conservatism is not the same thing at all. MAGA is about Trump. Conservatism has nothing to do with Trump. That will outlive Trump. That's the whole point. But because Trump has taken over the party, it has been fused. That's where we get this conservative ink. That's where we get a Caitlyn Jenner being on Fox News. There is no way in God's green earth we would ever have Caitlyn Jenner on Fox News at the same time talking about men are in the women's bathroom. Hey, men are trying to take over women's sports. Hey, transgenderism is being forced on kids.
This EO barring men from participating in women's sports within any educational program that receives federal funding. And it was the most amazing thing to be there.
You are a fucking idiot.
Do you not see the confliction there? Huh? Does anyone see the contradiction? And it's just like, bro, why are you a self-hating gay? Why are you a self-hating homosexual? Why are you a self-hating black person? Why are you a self-hating Indian? This is what's coming out right now. There was Latinos for Trump. There was a blacks for Trump. There was a gays for Trump. They are upset that, hey, why weren't there any white Christian men for Trump? So you get to play identity politics for everyone else, but not us? That is what's going on right now. That's why they're not coming out in droves. Because if you combine that with their irritation with the bending over for Israel to a foreign power, to a foreign allegiance, yeah, it's problematic. And this is something that I've said ad nauseum. They can be as racist as they want, okay? But the problem is that it's a little difficult to be racist on an empty stomach. It's a little difficult to talk about, Dinesh D'Souza and Vivek Ramaswamy to go back to India when their stomach is growling. So I'm not saying there's causation, but I have happened to notice that the less the belly is filled on a racist, the less racist they are. Okay, I don't know. It could be a phenomenon. I don't know. Maybe the scientists will tell us later on, years from now, why that is. His whole concept is trying to usher in this reimagining.
But we have an opportunity as Republicans to reimagine who we are.
We? Who's we?
All right. And I don't think that the conversation on X is helping us reimagine this. I think that the conversation on X has devolved into a lot of Pied Pipers leading everybody down a path of craziness.
Beta!
Why do you think Rob Bussey Smith wants a reimagining of the same party that he was publicly humiliated from while he was tap dancing this entire time, right? Why do you think he wants a reimagining?
Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss.
Why? Because the ex-girlfriend wants to come back. The ex-girlfriend wants to say, hey, I've changed. I'm no longer that person. I'll be better. I'll cook for you. I'll do this. Just take me back. Just take me back, please. So now he's in this political abyss and he wants to go back inside the house. So he wants to go back in the house and sit on Mass's couch and drink Mass's hot chocolate. That's what he wants to do. So of course he wants a reimagining. But the problem is that when you look at the data, they don't need the black vote. They don't need any of that. and this is something that I've said, you're not going to go to a party who is not dependent on your vote and say, well, I think this should happen and this should happen, this should happen, because they're going to tell you to get the hell out of here. It has nothing to do with white men not showing up. The reason why they didn't show up, because they had nothing to show up for. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe Lucas, there is room for him in the party. There is room for everyone who loves America. Or if you don't believe, okay, I hear you. But it seems that that same party, there are people within the party who don't agree with that. There are people within the party who are like, hey, this needs to be a white majority. This needs to be Christian predominant. And we don't do any type of alphabet whatsoever. We don't care if you agree with what we have to say. We don't care. We don't want you in the party. And that's what's going on currently. Now, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me Thursday through Saturday, Disagreement Day. Number on screen, you call and we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
But we have an opportunity as Republicans to reimagine who we are.